Windsor.
Welcome back to the frequency of forever. This ain't just a sequel, this is an activation. You heard the call, now it's time to remember who you were before the world told you to forget. In this transmission, I'm not just talking to your ears, I'm speaking to your bloodline, your higher self, and every version of you waiting on you to unlock the next gate. You're not lost, you're layered. And today, we peel it back. Let's begin. Chapter 1, The Whispers of Your Origin. There are moments you can't explain. You walk into a place you've never been and your body relaxes, like it's been waiting to return. You meet a stranger and within 5 minutes, it feels like you've known them lifetimes. That's not just chemistry, that's cellular remembrance. There's a language that exists beyond logic, a divine language that speaks in nudges, in gut feelings, in goosebumps, in chills you can't explain. It's the soul whispering. You've been here. You've seen this. You're not new to this. When you feel like you're ahead of your time, when you know things you've never been taught, when you move like you've already lived this scene before, that's no coincidence. That's frequency-based memory. You're not just remembering what you are, you're remembering who you've always been. You've lived before, you've loved before, you've led before, and now you're being called to remember. Not with your brain, but with your spirit. Because the truth is, you were never lost. You were never broken. You were just asleep to the sound of your soul. We've been trained to silence that inner voice, to ignore the signs, to gaslight our own knowing, to call it weird or crazy, when really, it's divine memory rising to the surface. When something feels familiar but you've never seen it before, that's your soul saying you've been here. And now, you're ready to remember why.
Windsor.
Chapter 2, Earth Amnesia and Why It's a Test. From the moment you took your first breath on this earth, a veil was placed over your memory. You didn't forget because you were weak. You forgot because Earth is a spiritual proving ground. This life is not just about learning who you are, it's about remembering who you agreed to become before you ever got here. They call it Earth Amnesia. It's part of the deal. You enter this realm with a divine assignment in your spirit, a cosmic identity in your soul, and then, boom, your memory is wiped clean, and they hand you a name, a title, a race, a religion, a script. None of it's yours. All of it programmed. From that moment on, the world begins trying to convince you to dim, not because you're unworthy, but because your light is dangerous to the system. They fear what you'll activate if you truly awaken. They know what happens when a chosen one remembers, so they feed you distractions. They drown you in fear. They tell you to chase what's already within you. The matrix is real, but the matrix isn't just out there. It's in your thoughts, your patterns, your habits, your limitations. It's the silent loop whispering, stay small, stay silent, stay safe. And every time you choose truth over fear, every time you choose alignment over approval, you break the spell. You weren't born to remember everything. You were born to reclaim it piece by piece. And each piece comes with a test, a trigger, a heartbreak, a shift, a moment that either blinds you or breaks you open. But here's the hidden truth. You didn't come here to blend in. You came here to wake up. You came here to wake others up. You came here to glow in a world that worships shadows. So the question is no longer, why did I forget? The real question is, what did I agree to awaken into? Because you weren't born to remember, you were born to awaken. And you are, right now. Chapter 3, The Sacred Sound Within You. Every living thing vibrates. Every cell hums, every soul sings, even if the world has tried to silence it. You are more than skin, bones, and a name. You're sound in motion. You're a walking frequency, a living, breathing instrument of divine intention.
Windsor, Windsor.
From the moment you arrived on this planet, you were given a sacred gift, your voice. Not just the sound you speak with, but the vibration you carry, your tone, your breath, your truth. They shape the energy around you. Some people use their voices to build, others use theirs to destroy. But a chosen one who walks in remembrance, knows that their words are tools of transformation. You don't just speak, you cast, you command, you activate, you shift room. When you speak from alignment, when you speak from healing, when you speak from soul, you're not just talking, you're tuning reality to your frequency. And that's why they tried to silence you. That's why they told you to stay quiet, to be humble, to shrink, to doubt. Because they knew if you ever found your sound, you would never be controlled again. Your voice is your vibration, and your vibration is your weapon. Not to harm, but to heal. Not to dominate, but to declare your arrival. Not to beg, but to call in what's already yours. You don't need to scream to be powerful. You just need to be clear. Clear in tone, clear in truth, clear in identity. Chapter 4, The Return of the Golden You. There comes a time in every chosen one's life when the version of you that forgot finally meets the version of you that remembers. And in that moment, a throne is reclaimed. This ain't just a glow up. This is a return. The return of the one you were before the heartbreak, before the shame, before the shrinking. The return of the one who didn't need permission to shine, because your shine is your birthright. This is the comeback of the century, but it's not loud, it's not desperate, it's not performative. It's quiet, it's eternal, it's real. Your higher self is taking the mic now, the version of you that leads with wisdom, not wounds. The one that walks in the rooms, not to prove, but to anchor presence. You're not here to convince anyone of your worth. That era is over. Now you walk like one who knows, talk like one who remembers, move like one who's been crowned in silence. Because royalty doesn't beg to be seen. Royalty just shows up and the energy shifts. You don't have to announce your power when you're aligned. The room adjusts to you. This chapter is about realignment, not to someone else's standard, but to your original blueprint. You were made to lead. You were made to shine. You were made to speak and shake dimensions. But before you could rise, you had to break. You had to forget. You had to fall out of rhythm so you could find the real you hiding in the silence. Now you don't chase the spotlight. You are the light. You don't audition. You are the role. You don't ask. You declare. You don't shrink. You expand. This is the season where the old version of you bows and the golden you takes the crown. Not out of ego, but out of remembrance, out of divine responsibility, out of legacy. Because you've been sent not just to exist, but to reign. And as you rise, They'll feel it. The ones who admit to align with you, they'll know. They'll recognize the energy. They'll adjust to your frequency without you saying a word. So stop explaining. Stop oversharing. Stop asking to be understood. You're not here to fit in. You're here to anchor the energy of forever. Welcome back, Golden One. Your seat was never taken. Your crown was only waiting for you to remember it was yours. And now, it's time. Let's rise. Closing. You're not here by accident. You didn't just stumble onto this message. You didn't press play because you were bored. You pressed play because a deeper part of you, the infinite part, knew it was time. Time to remember, time to rise, time to return to your divine frequency. You've been walking with questions, carrying codes, waiting on a confirmation that your presence has purpose. This is it. This is your reminder that your name carries power, that your sound shifts atmospheres, that your very existence is a vibrational signature from the Most High. Remember your name, the true one, the eternal one. Remember your sound, not the noise they gave you, but the rhythm your soul came here singing. And walk like your spirit is finally catching up with your stride, because it is. This is frequency of forever, and forever is already in motion, already activated, already vibrating through you. So subscribe, lock in, align with the energy, and meet me in part 3. Because we're not just healing, we're not just rising, we're returning. And you were born for this.
Windsor, 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 Windsor.